Hey, what's up? I'm Ga. This is Seven Mortal Sins. Welcome. Today I got a Lucifer guide for you. So, what makes Lucifer good is, she's just a solid all-around character. She's got a lot of alts, which means a lot of reruns, so you can kind of pick up pieces to build her as you're going. And she is pretty much a solid investment no matter what game mode, right? She does okay in guild raid. I mean, she's not the cream of the crop, she's not the absolute best, but she does okay there. She does pretty good in PvP. She does have some counters, specific counters to her that will directly counter what she wants to do. You know, characters like Michael, for example, is a direct counter to Lucifer, but she's still a very solid character to build for that game mode, and she's incredible in just general PvE, so like going through story modes. She basically solos the whole story by herself. Like wave 1, she'll skill 2, whole wave's dead. Wave 2, she'll skill 1, kill almost everybody, have your other character come clean him up. Wave 3, she just nukes and you clear in like 4 turns. It's awesome. She pretty much never like really dies off in terms of relevancy either. She's kind of always like present in the background. And she has EX evolution and consonance, which is like pretty much the whole 9 yards as far as upgrade goes. Like, so you can see here my Lucifer is at plus 17. It's because she has the EX Evo available for her. And then she's also got consonance, which is super good. It's just more ways to upgrade her, more ways to boost her power. And it's stuff you can kind of pick up, you know, here and there, and eventually you'll have this really overall solid character. Like, she's got pretty much everything going for her right now because, you know, she is the protagonist of the story. So let's go over her kit real quick. So I kind of do this segment to give you guys like a general idea of what the character does. Like, even though what it says here for me might not be what it says for you, because maybe you have your character at a different skill level, this is really just to kind of give you like an overarching idea of the character's potential here. So the Supreme, she's got Fear Nothing. So after an attack, she attacks the enemy with the highest HP again, and heals herself. So she's got self-healing and follow-up attacks, which is really good. It only triggers in the first couple turns of her actions. She's got Fallen Angel Arms. When a battle starts, it increases her speed. Again, this is going to be a different number depending on your skill up. And she also gives herself a shield. Her ult, or her special move, deals damage based off of her attack and increases the skill cooldown of whoever she hits. And using her ult will refresh all of her stacks from her passive. Her power attack deals damage based off of her attack and inflicts injured and stun on the enemy with the highest HP. So you should know what stun does. It's CC. Injured reduces healing by up to 80% as right now. So her skill 1 deals damage based off of her attack, hits twice, inflicts fracture, which reduces attack, and she also gives herself Keen, which is a crit rate boost. So she's got a lot going for her in her kit. She shuts down healing, she debuffs attack, she stuns enemy speedsters, she buffs her own crit, she buffs her own speed. Like, she's just a very what's the term? Like all-in-one kind of character. Like, she kind of completes herself. Okay, so let's move on to the build. So Star Shards. There's two ways, in my opinion, to build her. You can either build her as a DPS, as like one of your main DPSs for your team, or you can build her as a support. And that might be kind of weird, but remember, she does stun on her skill 2, which is going to be her opening move a lot, and she boosts her own speed. So if you want to make sure she hits super fast and is the first one to go and stun and CC whoever is the fastest on your opponent's team, you can build her with a Nightshade set, and then probably crit damage as your second piece. So that way, she kind of gets some stats that she needs, because she doesn't necessarily need a lot of crit rate investment into her, because she is boosting her own crit rate. But if you want to build her as a DPS, you're going to want to focus on getting as much attack as you possibly can. I don't know if you watched my Belphegor video yet, but I explained the damage formula relating to a character's maximum damage potential, which is 10 times the character's current attack. So the higher the attack, the more damage you're going to be able to do. I mean, that seems relatively simple, but the higher you push your attack, the higher your cap is, which is why you would want as much attack as you can possibly get. And like I said, that you don't really need much crit rate investment, but I am running Hawkeye on mine. You can also run Slayer instead of Hawkeye, which would be the Scorpion set, for more crit damage. But right here, I'm pretty satisfied with my crit rate, crit damage ratios. You're going to want attack in your slot 4 and 6, respectively, and probably speed in your slot 2. But yeah, just as much crit rate, crit damage, and most importantly attack as you can get. Alright, so teammates, I think I mentioned this earlier, but she's super easy to build a team around. She's just like a generic DPS. So any generic supports you want to toss onto your team will also work with her. Like anyone that can boost her speed, can boost her attack, anyone that can boost her crit rate or crit damage, anyone that can block CC for her, or even a healer to kind of keep her going, because if she's able to get her ult off, she's going to refresh all of her good passives here. Personally, I like to run her in a hyper offense team without really a healer, but you know, someone with a revive. But you can pretty much do whatever you want with her, really. Like, she's really just a flexible character. Like, you can pair her with Belial, who's going to boost her crit damage. You can pair her with Beast Nikita, who just came out. Nikita's skill 1 boosts crit rate and attack for her allies, and she also has a passive that increases her allies' strength. So Beast Nikita is a super good support for all red characters, especially Lucy here. You can also run her with somebody like Furka to kind of keep Lucy cycling through all of her skills. Metatron to help block CC, so that Lucy is able to kind of get in there and do her stun thing. Sariel is just a good generic support. She's going to boost your team's speed. If Lucy dies, Sariel can revive her. And you can actually even pair her with, like Summer Leviathan for that attack boost right there. Maman is actually a pretty good support for her too, even though Lucy's not going to benefit from Maman's consonant skill right now. Her skill 2 still increases the attack of her allies, regardless of type. So that's going to be another attack boost as soon as Maman uses her skill 2. Yeah, there's pretty much like almost infinite possibilities for a Lucy team, and that's one of her biggest strengths. So like if you're going into PvP and your opponent has someone that counters Lucy, you can also bring a counter to the Lucy counter, like a counter. Just a very, very flexible character, really fast, hits hard, has AoE. She's just really good, as you would, expect of a protagonist. She's got a plot armor essentially. So, yeah, if you pulled her, go ahead, kind of start building her up on the side, or if she's like your main waifu, definitely go for it. She's a really solid investment, and I think that's pretty much everything I had to say about her. If you wanted to add on to that or feel like I missed something, please comment in the comments down below. Always super helpful. I love seeing people comment. Shout outs to all my new subscribers lately. I love you guys. Everybody's been super awesome so far, and I really appreciate that. Join the Discord in the link down below. And with that, I think I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.